Hello and greetings, Timespinner fans and SpeedGaming fans, to another wonderful edition of Timespinner Randomizer. I am joined here in the commentary booth by Llama.
Hello, last minute joining.
Yes, and I am Wef Jebster. I am pleased to present JimTheEternal versus marcmagus. This is a loser's bracket competition, so whoever loses this is no longer in the tournament. The winner will go on to face Planeswater, who was knocked out of the winner's bracket by looks like Crimdall. So no shame in that
No.
but we'll see how this loser's bracket pays out. Everybody in the loser's bracket is still eligible to make it to the finals. But as we get ready to drop the gate here, we've got two acquaintances, at least. I don't know if they're friends or acquaintances. I'll call them friends.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, we're all friends here. We are looking for a really close race here, and we've had some pretty good ones lately.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's been some really close calls, really interesting seeds, really cursed seeds. A fair amount of them. Looking forward to this race.
Yes, and it is noted that Bonsai is our restreamer and also the one responsible for typing the command that generates the seeds. So any complaints can be lodged with Bonsai.
Here we go. Let's see what Mom's got. Oof.
Not a great start. Umbra Orb minus. If it was not minus, I would say this is a big deal. But any minus orb's not going to be great. And this is even
matching
worse.
Pair.
They don't even have element variety here. The matching spell for the Umbra Orb minus is Mom's birthday gift to Linnaeus here. So we'll see what this early combat is like. You can probably imagine that our runners will be doing a lot of skipping of enemies instead of fighting them. It'll also be interesting to see if our runners kind of go out of their way to check some more checks to try and find another orb before they start. Oh, well, that's something.
Ooh. They know that the eye orb is plus now. So they're hoping to see that.
Chaos Blades is certainly nothing to sneeze at. Jim not switching yet. I think that means that he is probably going to be doing the save and quit strat at the left here. Or not. He's probably putting it on to kill the moth here, which is a good smart move.
Yep, there it goes. Yep, we're doing inverted quick seed. That means we start in the past and start with the Talaria attachment. Just a nice set of seeds for tournaments. We don't have any leg day seeds, which are a bit rough. And starting inverted means that we are guaranteed to find that pyramid key at some point.
Yeah, it looks like Jim just tagged the portal and is now heading back to the right. Didn't find anything super great over on the left side, but is deciding to just keep that portal. Oh my gosh, an economizer ring for their Chaos Blades Plus. I think we just found our main means of damage dealing.
I think we got a couple of spellcasters here.
Got a couple of wizards. Alright, so this is like the next spot of potential divergence here. You have some people who like to go down... Oh, there's the A card. Well, until they get the keys, it's not that big of a deal. You have some people who like to continue left at the bottom of this little bit of stairs. Looks like Mark just wanted to save to refresh his HP. Jim might want to do the same. He is kind of low. We have no real gear. He gets tagged by the bat again to put him at 28. That does put him within killing range from a single swipe.
Oh god!
Yeah.
Almost landed on a rat.
Yeah. The rat would have done about 14, so no sweat there, but it would have put him within striking range of all the soldiers and the giantesses over in the castle ramparts. Neither of our runners tried to go left.
Oh, there's that health up right there, so
yeah, that health up, pretty clutch. They did just tag that save for basically no reason then, but hey,
You never know.
Looks like Mark has not equipped the economizer ring. I know many runners like to kind of consolidate their menuing into one go. So they'll get like another orb, and then they'll say, okay, so now's the time when I go into the menu, equip everything. He equips the pendulum, but doesn't switch over to the orb menu. He probably was waiting for something to come through the orb menu.
Mm-hmm. The pendulum's not that bad. It prevents poison, which is helpful if you have not gone into the Maw Caves yet. Poison is percentage-based and continues quite a while, so unless you have some really good gear, it's kind of nice to have Pendulum when you're heading down there.
Yeah. Alright. Mark taking another safety save here. Doesn't want to lose to deaths, it seems.
Ooh, doing 2 on the engineers.
Oh,
big
big money. Oh, there's the pyramid keys. Oh,
That's
Mark
nice.
just has a quick twitch to think about backtracking, but decides to keep going.
I love the hesitation you can see.
Yeah.
Even though you can't see their faces, you know what's going on in their mind. It's like, do I go back? Nah.
I don't think Jim has equipped the economizer ring either.
No, it doesn't seem like. I think they're hoping to find something better.
Max health up on the left, or on the right, I'm sorry. And our runners are pretty much in lockstep. Jim is taking a couple more hits than Mark here, but now it looks like they know they're free and clear to go on to the next section of the map and are just deboosting through everything. You get to a point where you know you're not going to run into any enemies. Another max health up. Oh my gosh, they're tanking.
Well, with orbs like these, you kinda need it.
Yep. Jim taking the through route with the deboost. Mark going up and over to conserve that HP.
Ooh.
And they both immediately go to the present, which I don't blame them.
That's a good warp. Gets you into the sealed caves without vertical. Gives you quite a few options.
And with that A card,
they could do Zarian right now.
We could have our verticals. Not right now. They're not going to do it right now.
No.
But we could have their verticals locked behind Zarian Cave.
Technically, in logic, I don't think either of them is that spicy though.
They're not that desperate either right now. They have the entire castle loop. It looks like Mark is staying in the present. He's going to clear out the top left. He does have the pyramid keys, so going left, really kind of a low risk maneuver here. The only thing is there's no burned vines yet, so he will be abandoning one check, but mostly there's a couple really quick checks here. And you know what? You got to think you're going to have to do them anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Castle Circle is also basement loop. I'm sorry, is also not explicitly required. So they're both basically doing things that are not explicitly required. And yeah, we just saw Jim get Kobo in Castle Basement. That unlocks the Ifrit area fight.
Yep. Also, going along the bottom of Lake Desolation doesn't abandon too many checks when you don't have vertical.
There's a B card and a Royal Ring for Mark in present. That is first
Royal
ink.
Plus.
And that is Royal Plus, which portends the zapping.
We also got Plain Gun, or Gorb.
And now Mark will be doing the same thing Jim does. About a high five here, which is pretty nice to see. Let's see what's up below the idols. Neither of them have access to fight the idol spot itself.
I wonder if it's going to be required early Zarian.
Hope Ring over here, which tells us it's Radiant and Light Wall are normal. Mark still has not equipped that Economizer Ring.
Maybe they forget about it.
It could be. You know, sometimes you don't equip those things right away and you just forget they exist. No real spiciness up top under the idol. Jim is backtracking. He's going to keep whatever he found there. But it looks like our runners are going to be going to the present for their progress. Zarian Cave awaits.
They can make it up to the library currently, but they can't leave the library.
They cannot leave the library. You are correct.
But they could go to the library.
And there's the Economizer Ring. There you go. It looks like Jim is not going and grabbing that royal ring off to the right. I mean, we don't need it to use it right now because they do have the economizer ring, which is just basically better royal ring in all instances, except for when you're using the plasma orb. But that pink might be relevant because the pink checks might have something required, and we'll have to see how long it takes Jim to go get that pink, or if he finds another pink on the way.
Gorb being their best orb is a bit rough here in Lake Desolation, because almost everything's strong to sharp up here. Water Mask, though!
Well, so much for needing to go to the present for progression, but that still is a lot of missing checks in the past. We did see Jim got a third attempt on fire. Water Mask and fire seems pretty good.
And it's fire plus, too.
Oh, 2 attempts from Mark. Let's see. Coyote jump. Number 3 on both. Nice. Yeah, Yarna makes a good point. They have pendulums, so Zarian Caves isn't the worst thing. Yeah. But I mean, it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse.
There's so many abandoned checks, though.
Mark getting that Pyro Ring plus. Pretty good movement there. Mark decided that he didn't really care about killing those vines. I think he might know from the last tournament. Those vines give almost no experience points, so it's better to just kind of deboost through them. I know Jim was trying to shoot him with the gun orb, but they can be a little bit finicky, and if you have a finicky enemy with a finicky hitbox like gun orb, it might just take a little bit longer than you want.
Oh. Well, that's... At least he's got low HP. We got Ultralis in the boot spot. Also, Pyro Ring will help with this, because he'll take damage even as he teleports.
Yep. Jim also opting not to go hard in on the Chaos Blades. Definitely his highest DPS. Let's see if Mark cast spams. Also, Jim is doing 1 more damage. He must have gained a level somewhere. As I was talking about how he...
Or equipment, something they equipped.
Yeah, that was a much faster fight for Mark there because of the Chaos Blade spam. Jim has been practicing this room without light wall. Oh!
No!
I watched him practice this room for like 30 minutes without any kind of vertical movement. And the one thing they don't have here is a way to one-shot those copters. But I did watch him practice this room a lot.
Batty says Jim got an Azure Stole drop in a secret wall.
Oh,
that would do it.
The vines drop Azure Stoles. That is very large.
See, that's why you want to kill everything in Rando.
Yeah, I guess in Rando you might want to kill everything. Mark is just going right to the left to Lake Serene, or a Serpent minus for Jim. That's a bummer. We haven't seen any good melee yet.
Nope.
When gun normal is your best option, that's not awesome. Jim perhaps forgetting he does not have the tablet, but he's going to be going up here. He does not have the D card either, but he will be clearing this first pass through the library, unlocking this portal, which will be good. And also, the play here for Jim is going to the library, a place where he can grab warp shards, because I don't think we've seen an enemy drop warp shards yet.
They also have Kobo.
Also right Kobo, now. And you got to think that did Jim tag the save?
Nope. So I wonder how spicy he's going to play it.
Oh, Mark decided
not spicy.
The last second. You know what? Maybe I want vertical. Yeah, Jim did not grab the save in the library, I don't think. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's the right play. Even if it's a beatable boss, like unless it has your vertical,
you don't know what's there.
Right. And even if you had saved, even if it is a beatable boss, it's a lot of HP, and you don't have a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can come back later, and you can beat it. And when you beat it, then it'll be a lot faster than if you would have beaten it now, even with like a perfect fight. Mark is struggling. This is why Jim practiced this room.
This is a rough room.
This is precisely it.
Gorb is also really bad for these little guys, because there's not much of a vertical hitbox on Gorb.
Yep. We look like it, Mark had made the right call to go over to Lake Serene, except for the lack of warp shards, obviously. I don't know. I don't know how I would have played this. I know I like getting to library and getting those warp shards. Yeah, this could be really, really interesting. Let's see if Mark grabs the save. He gets a librarian robe, which is much better than the travel scope.
Oh, he is saving. The save. It
might baby.
Be.
Might be doing it. Azure Stoles are in the shop. Good call out. He has just enough to buy 2 of them, but then he doesn't have enough to buy warp shards. Let's see if he has something to sell. Oh yeah, you can sell a sand bottle. Sand bottles sell for 1,125, and they don't even have the wheel yet. Selling a high potion instead. Why does orange juice sell for 2,000?
It's hard to get.
It's not even that good.
Luxury item?
I guess. It has to be refrigerated. I don't know. Jim still hasn't picked up vertical on his way down into the Maw Caves. I've got to think that he's going to do Azure Queen and circle back around to burn the vines before doing that. But we will see if Mark is going to do Ifrit here. Yeah.
You gotta pulp a bat for that orange juice.
You gotta pulp that bat. Was that... I missed it again. Was that lab coat in the far right? It was lab coat.
Mark thinking, okay.
Mark's doing it. I mean, okay, so if he gets this check and he wants to leave, he can always warp shard out. But no, he's... Oh, wow, this is actually pretty good. He's got the Economizer Ring, Chaos Blades, the Azure Souls that he just got are going to help.
That's some damage, though.
When those blue areas send you against the wall, it actually deals flat damage based off of your max HP. So that is not scaled by the damage that the boss would otherwise do based on his stats. And the same goes with...
less scary than the others.
Yeah, it's kind of like spike damage. So this is where things are going to get really interesting.
Ow!
Yeah, this is where things are going to get very, very interesting. That is a lot of damage.
That's a beefy bird there.
Yeah, Mark's wisely not using the ether yet until he's absolutely empty. He's got that Economizer Ring, so he has a lot of value. But those spikes do mean that he is at the halfway point of the boss. Azure Queen is a nice big boss. Chaos Blades hits a lot of times, and again, it is plus. So, oh man, you cannot get this deep into this fight and lose.
Those the desperation attack from the Azure Queen hits pretty hard, and there's that tablet underwater.
Tablet underwater.
In the Siren Caves.
In the Siren Caves. Jim just begging for vertical before he goes into Maw Caves here.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. He has one more berry pick-me-up plus. Oh, and he got him! Wow.
Whew.
He's trying his best to get that shiny rock.
I mean,
he deserved that shiny rock.
Worked really hard for it. And I think
unfortunately, unfortunately, not required.
Not required. I think you can sell the shiny rock, though.
You can sell the shiny rock for a
Quite
good
a
chunk
bit.
of money, but, I mean, I don't know what else he would want. He got those Azure
Ethers?
Skulls already.
Orange juices?
Yeah, not at 2,000 per.
There's
Light wall for Jim in the Siren Caves. Or not the Siren Caves, Upper Caves.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's your signal to go fight them all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where Mark heads.
Where are you going, Mark?
He's going to Lake Serene, but we'll see which order he decides to do things in. Yep, setting up that light wall economizer. Star of Lachiem.
Minus.
That. Did Jim?
He also got it. Elevator key card.
Elevator key card
Empress
and Empress
robe. Nice.
Our 2 Bat Ledge items. That spot has been spicy all tournament.
Yes, Light Wall is a late game spell from one of the last quests you get from Harstel, and it creates a light wall that both you can stand on and also damages enemies. It's very useful, and if you get it early in the randomizer and it's not minused, it's pretty dang helpful.
Yeah, and it is also the most annoying vertical movement if you have to rely on it without any Succubus Hairpin or Celestial Sash.
A struggle climb.
That struggle climb. Mark is checking Cantor in here. It's the Maw.
The Maw.
He likes to dip this, see what the boss is, and bolt if he doesn't like it, but this one's pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay, this is the first check that requires vertical. There's a berry pick-me-up, so that's nothing so far. Yeah, easy every time, that Cantorin fight. Just a metal wristband, though. Nothing down here, so there's a save and quit from Jim. He'll be moving on to the next spot real quick, the jackpot room that will require vertical movement. And the reason I keep bringing this up is because we still don't know... Oh, an Eternal Coat, nice. We still don't know if Mark is going to wait to get vertical to go to the Maw Caves, or if he's going to seek out the vertical like Jim did.
Well, Light Wall was down here. No, down elsewhere.
Yeah, the Light Wall was in top of Caves of Banishment.
Upper Banishment, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to fish for it pretty deep if you're going to look for it. But we'll see what Jackpot Room has. It has a gear, so that's good. That's no backtracking. Yeah. That is no backtracking for Jim, at least, for not going here without Light Wall. So that is a big deal.
Chaos Rose, meh. Ice Orb minus, unfortunate.
Yep. Chaos Blades has the added benefit of killing the hidden eels that have not come out of the walls yet.
Yes. Switching over to Jim's audio so we can have the spooky, scary underground sounds.
Welcome, SpeedGaming Raiders.
Welcome, welcome.
We have a good one on our hands here. Mark is going up. We'll see how far up Lake Serene he goes.
Probably Azure Queen side and back?
I would assume so. He could burn the vines off to the right. We do know Mark does have this portal. Jim is deciding not to even check the Maw fight.
Yep. Well, no gas mask, no real good orbs.
Yeah, also did not get the plasma crystal, and also it's not necessarily in logic, but the top of the elevator sash is currently available to them as well. With the I can't think of Teleria attachment that allows them to dash.
Yes.
All right, we will see what is over here for the Azure Queen. We have Forbidden Tome Plus.
Oh man, finally, a plus.
I think the gun is getting abandoned here shortly.
Goodbye, Gorb. We knew you well.
All right, Cantorin at Azure Queen. Going down a little easier from Jim because he does have those levels from the Maw Caves.
Shooting the vines with a fiery bullet.
Yep. So Jim will almost definitely go get that Royal Ring now. Unless he decides to stay in the past and go all the way over to the towers. This is all very exciting. When they're running across these big rooms, you just don't know what the runners are going to do.
Checking Upper Lake Serene. We got Blood minus up here. Unfortunate.
Yeah, Mark didn't want to come down here yet because he does not have light wall to get that top chest in that room. So Jim will be grabbing that, whereas Mark will not be able to. So right now, until Mark has light wall. Oh no!
Ooh.
He appears to be going into Maw Caves. This is a gigantic advantage for Jim.
Because we know that one the jackpot rune, which Mark is going to have to abandon, is required.
Yeah, and we also know that unless Plasma Crystal has vertical, there is no vertical down here to help out.
Or the elevator chest.
Or the elevator chest, yeah. And you have to wonder if it's an elevator chest, would Mark even backtrack? All right, Jim does go back to the present here, and he's probably going to get all of the fire checks since he did just burn the vines.
And then maybe Maw out of order, getting most of the checks in Desolation before filling it with gas. I wonder if he'll go along the bottom route.
Yeah, I really wonder if he's going to do the full loop around Lake Desolation.
Ooh!
Oh, baby.
That's a spicy meatball.
That is a spicy meatball. Jim does get that royal ring, so...
not necessary anymore.
The sole advantage of having a pink item that Mark had is kind of gone here, and this is kind of a bummer for him because he will, in order to finish the seed, have to backtrack into the Maw Caves to get that gear up at Jackpot Room.
You never know with Rando, though.
You never really know. The 5 checks that you leave behind here could be nothing. All right, Jim's making this climb. He's going to be going all the way through fire checks here. He has not beaten the Maw yet, so there are 2 chests that will appear there later after the Maw has been defeated. And he has 4 more checks in the top of Lake, 5 more because he has the chest on the ledge. All right, let's see what Plasma Crystal has. Ether. Not helpful. Mark is going to be checking elevator shaft, and he is also going to be going up to fight the Maw.
Not sure this is a good call.
Yeah, and the D key card is on the ledge.
It was a dad variant. Nope,
yeah.
no.
Nope. It does fortunately refill your oxygen when that cutscene happens, but the good news here for Mark is he will be getting his light wall. The bad news is it's right after he needed it. Yeah, it looks like he'll be warp sharding over to...
No, he didn't check
Yeah,
upper...
he didn't. Yeah, he did not tap that portal, so he's going to have to run from up here, which is probably a little bit slower than just running otherwise. Jim's going to fight Ifrit, so...
we got waterfall check here with Mark.
Yeah. Let's see what's in the waterfall. A max sand up. And a max sand up. So Mark, realizing he hadn't gotten waterfall check, and says, well, you know what? If I didn't have the portal, I might as well be up here to check this. So we've got... Mark's going to be running past the elevator keycard here in the bat ledge, but he will be getting his light wall.
I'll be right back. I got something in my eye. I need to go get
Okay, sure thing. Jim is going to be running out of the library. He does have that D key card, so he can keep going right in the present, or he could go and single jump light wall climb the right side past. He also got the tablet. Which, yeah, Mark's going to be in the tablet and the light wall. Yeah, and Mark just got the tablet, so The tablet and the light wall, both kind of right next to each other here in these caves. Mark also abandoning the the elevator sash chest because he does not have the means to get back up. But I thought he would at least drop down, grab the chest, and then ride the elevator up. All right, there we go. Jim is deciding that he will at last go up the right side with just single jump light wall. Not exactly ideal, but sometimes you just have to run with what the seed gives you.
I am back. My eye is saved.
Welcome, Llama. We have Jim climbing up to at least the golden idol. Well, no, it looks like he's going to check pink first.
Gonna probably tap the portal and check pink.
Yep. All right, what do we got? A blade orb. And a warp shard. Not very helpful. Mark is going up here to check these checks beneath the idol. No, he's also going to climb with light wall here.
All right, and then going back down to idle spot.
Yep, so they're kind of in the same area, running with the same strat, checking pink, trying to get basically whatever they can out of this before going to fight this boss. They have fought harder bosses already, so it looks like they're just looking for ammunition. All right, Jim's heading over to the golden idol, grabbing the safety save. Although with that Jin Inferno Plus, I'm not sure what is going to stop anybody.
Oh, this is gonna melt.
Yeah, this is going to be over real fast. We got 554 per hit on Sandman here. Unfortunately, you can't just waste him. You have to wait until he goes to this next transformation.
Technically, you can kill him in lion form, and it glitches out the animation.
Yeah, you have to do it in exactly one hit, though.
Yes.
You'll see the speed run do it. The New Game Plus speed run kill Sandman in one shot. Only the Shattered Orb behind the Golden Idol, but Jim is going to go ahead and take that light wall all the way up to the top. Still no gas mask, but you got to believe that once he gets through this tower, he's going to realize, you know what?
Might as well.
I got to go kill them all.
Ooh, Empire Crown.
An Empire Crown. Oh, almost light wall jail.
That was almost light wall jail. Yeah, we're gonna struggle through Aelana's tower with light wall. Technically possible. They've kind of exhausted most of their other options, so might as well begin the light wall climb.
Yeah, the only option that Mark has not exhausted is backtracking through the Maw Caves here. Chaos Blades from Mark here, did he get the Jin? I guess he didn't get the Jin Inferno Plus.
Jin Plus was, I think, gated by light wall somewhere. I forget where.
Oh, yeah, it was in Burnt Vines, yeah.
Burnt Vines, thank you.
It's in that one check behind the Burnt Vines, behind the Azure Queen Burnt Vines, specifically.
Yep.
Okay, Mark going up. Doing basically the exact same thing that Jim is doing here.
And now we begin the climb.
Mark equipping that that Empire Crown. It'll give him a little bit extra DPS.
Single jump light wall climb is the struggle, just below struggle juggle.
Yeah, it is just absolutely torturous. They do luckily have the economizer ring, which is helping out a whole lot, because I think the only aura regeneration I saw was orange juices that cost 2,000 entropy per. Not exactly affordable.
We got Zarian.
At Ilana. Oh, Mark clipped through the floor there.
Whoopsies.
Yep.
And out of magic for Mark. Radiant normal.
It does not look like he has well, he does have the economizer ring on the light wall. Just a little light on aura. All right, Jim's going to be going over to the right tower, see if anything of value is in this godforsaken place.
Seems like nothing, but they did have to come here, because this is one of the spots you have to take out in order to get to the lab.
Yep. Mark actually didn't do Bat Ledge because he didn't have Light Wall at the time. Yep. Just a lot of really
minor,
unfortunate situations here with that light wall placement being the only vertical that you have. All right, what do we got at the top? Just a max health up. The C key card. Okay, potentially good.
They have the elevator key card too.
Yep.
So possibly worth going to Varney Tower.
It could be. We'll see what Jim decides to do here.
It's annoying to route, but you got everything you need now. Except, yeah, you have A key card and B key card, so they can clear out Varney Tower if they wanted. Yeah,
it looks like he's going to kill the Maw here. He's going to take that B card all the way to the right and into the lab.
His lab is always money.
Yep. He's going to risk. And at this point, it's not really a risk. He did get everything except for the 2 chests that appeared. Did
he get the lower desolation area?
Yes, because he did the coyote jump. But no, he didn't get the vertical lock stuff in the lower desolation.
So spring chicken also might be bad. But we're also dealing with the worst variant of bosses for this area to try and do it while suffocating.
Yeah.
At least we got Meatball Plus.
Oh, but he got it because the Meatball Plus is ever powerful. Jim will be going and grabbing, I think it was a mind refresh or something, at the top of elevator sash. Elevator. Elevator place. We'll just call it elevator shaft. And then he'll be going over almost definitely to military hangar and then ultimately the lab.
If Linnaeus would grab the ledge!
Just grab the ledge, Linnaeus.
Back out we go. To the present and onward.
Mark is just chock full of backtrack opportunities right now, and it is not great. Jim's going to run right past the gyre, even if he wanted to do it, because it's technically not in logic until you have the Timespinner wheel. One of the best parts about that is if you're only missing the wheel, you know that it doesn't have what you need. Light wall jail!
Light wall jail!
At least he was by a door you could just walk through.
Yes. No!
Oh boy. No time stop, no real vertical to speak of. Military hangar is not great in these instances.
You can technically go into the gyre if you want to risk it, but the reason why it has technically the wheel in logic is because of that one enemy that you can only damage if you can time stop. But so if you go in there, you risk that chance of putting yourself in timeout.
Yeah, basically timeout in a pretty literal sense, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll call it timeout when you do that to yourself.
Oh, Mark is going to be going and getting that ledge, so he'll be getting his elevator key card, which will give him...
no, light wall jail!
Light wall jail again! There are worse light wall jails.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark still doesn't have that D card, which is...
Think emoji.
I think it was in...
Ooh!
Oh, wow! That's a
wow.
win. A gear and the succubus hairpin.
Succubus hairpin is really nice. You can cut the number of light walls you need at least in half.
Jackpot Room had a gear in it, but it did not have the D. I can't remember where the D card was. I should start like taking notes or something.
That sounds like work.
Yeah. Was it here? In the tablets? Jim is going down here to get these
ledge before boots.
Gotcha.
Thank you, thank you. Right, it was the upper.
Yep.
All right. Grimdoll's got us.
He's keeping notes.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
I'm not up on my Portuguese, unfortunately, but welcome.
Unfortunately. I am very American.
All right, let's see if Jim can... Yep, just jump up there. You do not need a light wall.
Nope.
There's your Gin Inferno Plus for Mark. Puts on that economizer ring.
Can't quite do that. Unless you do the really cool strats.
Yep. Yeah, it's with a succubus hairpin, it is totally doable.
Seeing some really elegant light wall use with the succubus hairpin with Jim.
Oh.
Except when he misses it.
Grab the ledge, Linnaeus.
This game is Timespinner. It is a little indie Metroidvania about Linnaeus who travels through time to destroy the empire that killed her family. It's very fun. Has a randomizer. If you're interested, the randomizer only works on the PC version, so we recommend getting it on Steam or similar. I forget which other. Ooh,
the wheel.
In Spider Hell required.
In Spider Hell. I think, is that the first time Spider Hell's paid off?
I think in this race, yes. Thank you, Batty. That the Discord link there is to the official Timespinner Discord, which also houses the randomizer, and it's just a nice little Metroidvania.
With a good randomizer.
With a great randomizer.
Jim's very happy to have found that wheel. It does make traversing these laser bots in the lab much easier. Mm-hmm. And there's security keycard D.
There is all console versions. It's on Xbox One, I think. Switch.
PlayStation Vita.
Vita, for some reason, because it was promised in the Kickstarter.
It was promised in the Kickstarter. Jim cannot. He has been chaos, so he cannot stop time right now. And you see the difference here.
Also, if you like the game, a sequel is currently in the works.
All right, just an aura blast behind Experiment 13. Mark is going over to at least tag this portal. Iword Plus in the lab.
Nice.
Lots of really, really good
Mark
damage.
is gonna go do Varndegroff Tower, seems like.
I mean, at this rate, Jim's still missing 2 pieces of the time spinner.
Yeah.
Could be the play, honestly.
Debating going into Spider Hell.
Alright, this is the other Spider Hell.
Great. Just, you know where to find us on the Discord if you need any help, Trickums.
I believe Trickums is a new addition to the Discord already.
Yes, I saw them join.
Yeah. All right, we have Vanilla Genza in the lab.
Blob Bomb.
Switching over to that eye orb. Trying to switch over. There we go. Switching over to the eye orb. Also weak to the Pyro Ring that Jim's had equipped to his
got that
loadout.
orb switching.
Yeah, I got some orb swapping. Is doing all kinds of damage there.
And dead. You can see how many there are in the tracker below the game feeds, but Jim has 3 and Mark has none.
Yeah, Mark had to bypass one of the Timespinner gears earlier, and then the other 2 are kind of in stride if you just go through the paces of the game. Jim is going to be going into Varney's tower, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Chaos Blades for the tower is just great.
It really is. Big room clearing attack there.
Yeah, no problem.
Wow, look at this sink. Look at this sink. All right.
we are happy to clarify anything you need. Almost sink.
Oh, missing that first Jin Inferno. Gotta hit the first one or else the rest will get you.
Yep. And trap you in Spider Hell jail?
Spider Hell, just regular,
yeah.
No jail needed. Sellen's Bangle, a bit late for that.
Yep.
It doubles your experience points. They have 2 well, Jim I think did also buy an Azure Stole, so they're sitting on 2 Azure Stoles. At this point, I mean, the benefit of an Azure Stole, I mean, the menuing time that it would take to unequip an Azure Stole, equip the Sellen's Bangle, and then later unequip the Sellen's Bangle and re-equip the Azure Stole. Yeah.
Let's see who is in Varney's spot. It's Ilana. She loves those towers.
She does love towers. And no need to, you know, optimize your loadouts there. It's a pretty quick fight if you've got any plus orbs at all.
Mm-hmm. The Azure Stoles. You have it left.
All right, the Azure Stoles are the best, flat out best accessory item in the game. They just have a huge boost to your will and your fortitude, which will boost your attack and your defense respectively pretty well.
Very late game item.
Yeah, they are dropped by the dudes in big blue robes. Yep, and Jim taking care of Ilana at Varney just as quickly.
I'm getting some cool shades for it.
Yeah, we're looking at Dad's tower for some Timespinner gears here, it looks like.
Ugh. With just light wall? Oh, there's a gear.
The gear.
Need the spindle.
That is a gear that Jim is about to get, but has not yet. So we're just looking for the spindle.
Do show up progressively in the randomizer. So even though it looks like Jim does have that particular gear, it's not actually the same gear. It'll show up as gear 3 for Jim because he had 2 others. Made it easier. Made it easier to track how many gears you've had so far.
Yep. In the Archipelago version, it keeps track of specific... Well, there's that gear for Jim. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I saw gear 3 and realized that I already knew about that.
You already knew that. You're just so excitable. Just really excited.
Well, we're going into sewers with Mark. He is wondering where all the pieces of the Timespinner are. We know where they are. He's just not going to the right places, unfortunately. But there could be one in sewers.
We're still looking for that spindle. And there's a lot of places it could be. Jim following close behind.
If it's down here, Jim's going to find it. So, not great news for Mark. Basically, he needs to do something like Zarian Caves that Jim's not going to do. And he also needs to get back into the Maw Caves to get that gear. That's the big thing right now. Yeah, because that's Mark's backtrack. That is the main thing that he needs.
Mm-hmm. With just light wall, it's hard to justify going back there.
Yeah, no, I am 100% in agreement. With a hairpin, you can just jump across real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just because you're coming in from the mall teleport, and so you're going left, and so as you approach it, you have to climb all the way up that waterfall in the mall caves, which with single light wall is just not like a reasonable thing to expect somebody to do.
Which unfortunately is not looking good for Mark.
Mark is checking Bombardier. It is an oft forgotten check. Oh, that
poor guy.
That blade definitely hit that engineer.
Oh god.
He's timing it. Oh, he got scared by Mayef.
Mayef!
Oh, but he dropped the light wall anyway. All right, where are you going, Jim?
Mayef still helped.
Sanguine ring. Your Waffle's got a good point. He might still be hunting for that gas mask.
Uh-huh.
The last time he checked, he did
not
have Jin Inferno. Right,
he not found it yet.
He did not have Jin Inferno either. So Jim largely leaned on Jin Inferno. Well, Jim hasn't done Cantering yet. Okay, well, Mark's going into Zarian Caves.
Yeah, gas mask I think has to be in Zarian Caves at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else it could be.
Because it can't be in the lab.
Right.
Or later.
Is Jim also going to Zarian Caves here? Nope, he's going to the right. He's going to be checking those maw checks.
Yep.
Or this
spring
vertical,
chicken.
yeah, spring chicken, and then probably the maw check.
Nope. As Linnaeus rapidly starts suffocating.
Unfortunately, we are going to see Mark check the present simulacrum of the place that he needs to check.
Who knows? Maybe the spindle's here too.
I mean, if the spindle's here, that is great news for him. Especially since Jim keeps hovering over sealed caves and not going to Zarian Caves. The longer he can have Jim put off Zarian Caves and have Zarian Caves have the spindle, that is his best bet right now. It's a long shot still, because it's very rare that he is going to backtrack into Maw Caves, but that is his shot.
Linnaeus holding her breath and racing across the top here.
Not as much healing as you would think either here. That is a big nothing.
Time to work Shard out.
He's looking at Zarian Caves. Looking again at Zarian Caves.
Is there anywhere else? Anywhere else I can go?
He saw bombardment for a second.
Bombardiers and Dad's tower.
Oh, bombardiers is what I mean. Yeah. And he's going to Zarian Caves, so that is just about it for Mark, I think, this race, like barring some sort of catastrophe.
A nasty death where someone got too cocky and didn't save.
Yeah.
Something like that is
Gyre,
only help.
You also have the side thing that Gyre does not show up on the tracker unless you go over into the ancient pyramid area. It will not show up on the present day tracker. There's your plasma geyser plus. Still missing that plasma orb. Yeah, Mark leaning heavily on these chaos blades, and the higher level he gets, the more damage multiplier he has, the better they're going to get. It looks
Running
like
a little low on HP on Jim.
Yeah.
And on Mark.
And on Mark, but Mark is going to hit a save right here. Not a problem. Jim a little bit farther away from a... Well, no, he wasn't. He could have just...
Who we got?
This save here. Ifrit. All right, so Chaos Blades then. Just keep the Chaos
going.
Blades coming. Oh, he switches over to Light Wall.
There you go.
And then switches over to Chaos Blades.
There you go.
That's some damage.
Do we have required? Zero.
Gas mask. Well, it literally had to be there.
Yeah. That's just mean, though.
Yeah, it literally had to be there. That's stunning.
That's really unfair. Wow.
I mean, luckily with this setting a damage rando, they're likely to have the damage to be able to do this without gas mask. But the fact that that's where it put it, the seeds, I'm sorry, the logic doesn't really care about your damage rando settings. It'll put things wherever it wants to put things.
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, in logic, that is a required Zerion.
Yeah, you'd have to go to Zerion and then back to Ma, like Mark has been doing.
Yeah, Mark's looking at his inventory like, how have I not picked up Plasma Orb yet? I feel like I've done everything. How do I not have Plasma Orb?
Getting some good damage on Dad here.
Yeah, no wheel, no double jump here. He's just got a damage raise. And he's actually just kind of deciding, you know what, Chaos Blades are... I've been rolling with Chaos Blades. They're not interruptible, is the big thing. Plasma Geyser, if you get hit, it stops the attack entirely. The Chaos Blades will stay out there for the duration of the animation regardless. Okay, so Mark, where are you headed?
Lab is money.
Lab is certainly money. He just didn't want to do it with only Light Wall. Yeah, Jim using Iorb Plus here to get a lot of damage in.
And dead.
And there he went. He will be getting his gas mask, which I'm sure he's very happy to see after he did
everything without
hold your
it.
breath and run. And here we go. Mark is going to be finding his succubus hairpin soon. Jim, I believe, is going to be checking Bombardiers. Yep.
Which we know does not have anything. Present day Bombardiers could have something.
That is true. They have not done that yet. That will be a slight backtrack.
Dad's Tower.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Dad's Tower has not been looked at yet. You do have double jump. It's kind of okay to do.
Or the Geyer.
Crimdall, I didn't even notice that, but that is funny. The gas mask was just lying on the floor for Mark, but it was in a treasure chest for Jim.
Interesting. I wonder if it
As
has
a
to do
randomizer
with...
developer, I have no idea why that did that.
I wonder if it has to do with
Jim's
the
going
Ma
into the gyre.
being... The Ma being defeated already.
It might. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta switch the audio.
Good call.
I mean, we have to listen to this.
If we're in the gyre, we must listen to the gyre music. There's a shadow seal in the gyre.
The ring being a minus does not actually matter for Shadow Seal.
Yeah, fortunately. Also, I think this is just too much of a mage seed right now for Shadow Seal to matter. I think you stick with Economizer. Oh, it changes if you already have the gear that is in that spot. Well, there you go. All right. Mark will also be finding his wheel here soon. Unfortunately, I think the way this is going, Jim will be checking Emperor's Tower at about the same time Mark might be. And Mark, again, has the unfortunate circumstance that he was not able to snag one of the gears in Maw Caves.
we've had 2 rooms which could have been timeouts, so it's a good thing Mark did not try and break logic and come in here.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, the sash? It's not what he's looking for, but I mean, it's not bad.
Is that the last chest in the gyre? I think so.
Yes, he did. He got 3 of them, yeah. So,
yeah,
he's going to do bombardiers. And he will finally be like, okay, fine, I'll do the tower. There's the plasma orb. Oh, Mark smartly checking Spider Hell and getting that wheel. I forgot that it was there, and I realized he may have not gotten it, but yeah.
All right, fine. I'll go into the Emperor's Tower.
Right.
Jeez. Let's see if the really quick chests are the ones that have go mode.
Ooh, Infernal Flames Plus.
Getting that Celestial Sash is going to make this climb a lot nicer, though.
Absolutely. And it looks like you're going to have to make the climb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mark going through the lab, and unfortunately we do know that he is not going to find a gear or a spindle here. There it is.
There it is.
It's at least early-ish in the tower, you know?
It's not way
early.
up there.
Is he out of warp shards? Well, you know what? There are worse times to be out of warp shards. He's pretty close. He's pretty close to the warp.
Mm-hmm. But still, it's one of those, gosh dang it. We got Feline Sentry and Varndagroth. Fighting Varndagroth, interesting.
Yeah, Feline Sentry does have those cycles where he jumps up in the air.
Right.
I mean, I think
Varndagroth's weak to fire. So.
Varnag is weak to fire, which this will be one more, and
there you go.
Okay. We have broken time.
Grimdall.
Oh my gosh. Just occurred to me they hadn't done the Ravenlord spot either, so it could have been there.
Yeah, it could have been there, but...
Yep.
Dad's middle, I guess.
Dad's midriff.
Yeah. Anyway, Jim is in go mode. Moving into the final area. Just has to get through the final pyramid area, which is not a problem at this point. They've got some good-ish gear, some good levels, good HPs. I'm not too concerned about what Jim's going to find here.
Yeah, no, it really won't matter much. I think the only thing you could find here is, well, we already know that Shattered is normal and not plus, but I was going to say Bombardment Plus would be like the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a full clear seed, though.
Mm-hmm. Did not find V key card, which could be in Dad's tower or could be behind V key card door.
Yeah, that is something. We guarantee that you can finish the seed and not much else. We don't guarantee that you can find all items.
Just to make
Mark is going to fight Ravenlord.
All right.
Switching off the Sullen Spangle, put on an Azure Stole. All right, our first end of game boss is our Twins and Golden Idol.
Mm-hmm.
That's a one-shot with the meatball. They're doing 743 on weak bosses, 485 on normal. It's just out of control. 495, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misspeak there. It's 495.
Meatball plus is a bit ridiculous.
Honestly shocked that we got a phase, that we didn't get 0 phase. Oh, he was one Inferno short of a 0 phase.
Darn. And number 2?
And there he is. There is the Ravenlord.
There's the bird boy.
Oh, hello.
Again, just kind of camping out back here.
We're still catching up to the end here, Jim.
Fine. I can just breathe in silence. That's also fine right now.
All right.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Breathe in silence for a little while.
Be awkward, and we'll pretend like we don't know that you have this in the bag.
Yeah. Oh, and
there we go.
Flash. And there we go. That is a dot
points
done.
in chat.
exclamation points in chat. That is an official finish time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 46 seconds. Jim, how are you feeling after that one?
Oh my god, that was so stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost last locationing the spindle was miserable. And let me tell you, the surprise, like Pikachu surprised face I had when I got the gas mask out of Zarian.
Yeah, that's what the seed wanted you to do.
Oh no. Yeah, never.
So, yeah, if you had colossal if you had knowledge of if you had commentator's knowledge, you would have known that there was no way Zarian could have had anything but the gas mask, because that was the only place that was left for it to be in logic. But obviously, when you're racing, there's no way you're going to think about that. Speaking of which,
I looked at the map. Actually, I want to call this out. I looked at the map and realized that I hadn't checked Bombardiers yet, and I was like, oh, that's where gas mask is. I'm sure Zarian has something good then.
yeah, nope.
No, we saw it over on Mark's side, and so nope, you went to get the gas mask.
Unbelievable.
Also,
Yeah, so
that sash in Geyer.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I'm glad I went through that. I am willing to take that diversion in order to not have to do Lightwall skip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair. Yeah, so Mark unfortunately went through Maw Caves without any vertical, so did not get the gear in Jackpot Room that he is about to go get right now.
Okay.
And that's basically been the main difference here.
I really did not want to do that. I spent a lot of time searching for things. I was very close to just going and doing it without the gas mask earlier, but I kind of wanted to check through most of the places that would have been locked once I got the gas mask before I committed to that.
We noticed you were looking for that vertical for quite a bit.
Yeah, and the plus side of that is it was an Emperor Nuvius, which is not great when you're suffocating. And going and dipping Lake Desolation gave you your Gin Inferno Plus, which you leaned on pretty heavily for the rest of the seed afterwards.
It's a monster. It's
a
once you have
spicy
Gin Inferno
meatball.
Plus, like, why do anything else?
Right? When you have Gin Inferno Plus, you have to really struggle to explain why you're not using it at any given time. Mark's gonna get his wheel here,
His gear, and now we just need him to go to Dad's tower.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which is a bit of a tough sell without Sash.
But you have double jump and light wall. It's doable.
Sure, you can get there.
But
I'm
no shade in avoiding it.
I will admit, part of my aversion to Dad's tower comes from constantly thinking I am the worst racer. So I have a feeling that other people are going to do that first, so I kind of don't want to do it, and I want to make that gamble. I'm just going to gamble that there's nothing good there, and that'll get me ahead some of the time. Sometimes it doesn't pay off.
Yeah.
Mark's thinking.
Mark is thinking. We've seen a lot of looking at the map and trying not to do Dad's Tower from both of you today.
I believe that.
I really don't want to go there.
But Dad, do I have to?
Ugh.
Where's Mark going now?
Probably a random chest he missed. Where are you going, Marky?
He got this.
What are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Oh, he didn't get the double. Oh, because he didn't have light wall, so he didn't get the critical chest here. Yeah, this has been like a running theme of this. Is Mark didn't just go down and get the one available vertical in this seed.
With the way that light wall and double jump showed up, there's been a lot of backtracking. Absolutely, a lot of single locations orphaned.
Yep. Mark is still fishing in anywhere but Dad's tower.
I did it. The let's safe.
Yeah, and he's checking fire checks now. It was a really interesting race. Really, it was so funny that like the linchpin of this seed was just one check.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where Mark had gone to Zarian Cave, and we were like, well, this is it. This is This is Mark's last chance here. If something is here, then he has a shot. But he still had to backtrack and get that gear anyway. So, yeah.
Well, I'm definitely glad I waited on vertical. I'm going to defend that position to my death.
Well,
The
put
sash
one unit
definitely makes
here.
it easier. Oh, he's going and getting spring chicken now. Again, everywhere but Dad's tower. Alright. Still nothing from spring chicken. We know the things that he's looking for are Dad's tower and in the gyre.
He might go to Dad's tower without going to the gyre, in which case he will be in go mode, just less nice go mode. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and he's going to Dad's tower.
I guess.
He's not even checking the right side. Oh no, he already did that. I forgot.
Ah,
Yeah, he
yes.
already did check the right side. He checked Dad's bottom, as is the custom.
He's gonna be mad when he sees that it's just over
It's
here.
literally 2 checks past that. Oh yeah, when you realized you were out of warp shards after finding the spindle, what was going through your brain?
For a second, I was like, it was right here. It was right here. What happened to my... Oh, yes, I can run out of those.
Yeah, in a seed like this, one finds oneself running out of warp shards. I think Mark just put down his 17th or 18th warp shard. I know you all have been picking those up over the course of the seed, so...
Yeah, there were a lot of chests with warp shards in them. That was convenient.
Oh, we're gonna get a boots end. Not sure I agree, because he is strong to sharp.
Yeah, but he has 1,000 less HP, so...
That is true, but he's a big chunky boy.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
you
it's a really fast fight, regardless. You just kind of sit there and wail. So really, I mean, the Varney being weak to Fire Engine Inferno versus the 1,000 fewer hit points from Boots here, not really much of a difference. In the next version of the randomizer, I may just not even look and always go left because of that. We will be fixing the bug where fighting Nightmare at those portals does not break time. Does not have to go through the time break animation. The 1,000 hit point difference is huge, even if you account for weaknesses.
That's almost one Jin Inferno.
Yeah, no, when you have Jin Inferno Plus, again, when you're doing 790, when you're doing 790 damage with a Jin Inferno Plus, that's a whole different story. But yeah.
So the last question we have here is if Mark is going to make Lightwall skip, or are we going to have the Climb of Shame?
I believe in Mark.
I believe.
I believe. But it's coming up here.
Yeah, in your Sandman fight, I was rooting for you to zero cycle, and it looks
yes.
like he got it. Congrats on the light wall skip, Mark. But yeah, I was rooting for you to zero cycle Golden Idol, but you were one Jin Inferno short of the zero cycle.
It felt close.
Meatball Plus just melts everyone.
Yep. All right, Mark going into the final boss gauntlet here. We actually, across the two runners, did have a 100% run of Timespinner today. Mark is stacking up light walls on...
What are we looking for, Mark?
I don't know what he's looking for.
Anything plus is what he's looking for.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any blunt plus in this seed, unfortunately.
Stacking light walls is a good job, though.
Yeah. Doing those DPS while you are doing other damage with your melee orbs. Or another spell orb.
Now we got Raven Lord.
Here we go. Did Mark remember that he does have Jin Inferno? He does have Chaos Blades, which is pretty good here against Raven Lord as well. He does not have the Sash, which is like kind of the skeleton key to this fight, but Chaos Blades, you don't really have to be in any... You just have to kind of be in Raven Lord's proximity. And there you go. Very fast fight from Mark with those Chaos Blades. GG and exclamation points in chat.
Yes, please. Official time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, 29 seconds. That was a very fun watch. And there was just that one check that really made a difference. Mark!
Welcome.
Oh, man.
Right?
What a seed.
What a seed.
What a seed.
So,
I have to ask, did you end up getting the gas mask?
I did. Did you?
By choice?
Sort of. I had 0 pieces of the Timespinner, and I decided that I was behind, and the only way things were going to work out for me is if something important was in Zarian Cave, so I did it.
Well, I mean,
it
something
technically was.
There was, it just wasn't enough. Wasn't
Right,
there was a gear somewhere in there, right?
No, not in Zarian Caves.
Okay. No, I don't remember. I remember finding one gear and thinking this may have saved me, but it wasn't.
Jackpot Room had one, which
That's
you had
the problem.
to abandon.
I actually, the other thing, I needed Jackpot Room to not matter, because I routed poorly and didn't have double jump when I was in there.
Yes,
Yeah, so-
Jim did a little routing and found light wall before you did, and didn't have to abandon most checks. And that was
my assumption.
That was the difference, really.
Yeah, it took
as soon as I saw
Watermask
light
through the
wall,
caves.
I was like, Jim probably found this en route like I didn't, and I just need these 6 checks in Maw Cave to all be dead, or else I've already lost. So I might as well act like they're dead and hope it works out.
No, that's
fair.
That's exactly what you should do if you do that, like, because you realize, you know what, in a game against a worthy opponent, you have to assume that they're dead, or you have to assume that your opponent did the same thing you did. That's 2 different ways to look at it, but I definitely understand and have thought that way myself, so no shame in that. It just happened to not work out this
Yeah,
time.
it just didn't work out.
By the way,
But Jim had, in fact, done it, right?
yes. By the way, Sash was in Gyre.
In Gyre. Oh,
Yes.
that's exciting. Did you find it?
Jim did.
You
Yes,
did.
we had
Wow.
a 100% seed between the 2 runners today.
Oh, that's
no,
really
we
funny.
don't have V keycard. We don't know where that one is.
Yeah, well, I guess there's also the rest of Emperor's Tower past the spindle that we.
There's just a little bit. 99%.
Yeah, 99%.
I was in my desperate final hunt for the spindle, Mark, and
Yep.
I decided that Gyre was more likely than Dad's Tower.
Okay, fair. It's faster if you don't have Sash, so I think that's a
Yeah.
good call.
It's all
Like,
downhill.
I think it's not more likely, but I think it's more time efficient to do it the order you did it in.
I don't think
Also-
it's more likely either. I just wanted it to be true.
Also,
I
it
mean,
has
that's
great
basically
music.
what I was like with Zarian Cave and what ended up being the gas mask.
God, what a bait.
Yeah, the gas mask literally had to be there, Mark, because that was the last in logic thing that you hadn't checked.
Was that actually my last check? I thought I had something else stupid that I hadn't done.
I guess maybe bombardiers, but I thought you checked bombardiers.
No, I
before
checked
Zarian
them.
Caves.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
no,
it was
we
the
were
last
discussing,
option.
and we
Wow.
said, yeah, no, the gas mask had to be in Zarian Caves, and you hadn't gotten it by the time you were ready to fight Zarian, so we were like, well, gas mask has
I
to
didn't
be in
even realize
Zarian.
that.
Yep.
Would
Alright,
I have taken the fight if I knew gas mask was on it?
It's a great question.
It's an
At that
interesting
point,
question. I think yes. I think it takes less time to. It might take less time to do the fight on Zarian than to do the other fight while pausing to heal. I'm not sure. That's an interesting call.
I'm gonna duck out kind of
I don't
quick
know.
right here because I gotta go get dinner. So
I
I'll
can
leave
wrap this
the
up.
I'll leave the rest
right.
of this to Wef in his capable voice. Good run. Always fun to commentate. I'll see you all next time.
Thank you, Llama.
Thank you, Llama. I can't wait to go back and watch this and hear what you guys had to say during it.
It's a
It's quite a
monstrous kind of seed. It's a monstrous kind of seed. But yeah. That will be, unfortunately, the last Timespinner tourney action for Mark. Jim will advance to Losers Bracket Round 3 to go against Planeswater.
That's a scary matchup.
Yeah, Planeswater's loss in the top of the bracket came to Crimdall, so you don't really know what you're going to get there. If you watch, I know Planeswater does study the game a lot, shows up in streams, and really watches people's strats and kind of absorbs things. He's a very intelligent player that way, so that should be a really fun matchup.
Yeah, congratulations, Jim. Good job.
Thank you.
And yeah, so that should cover it for us today on Speed Gaming 3. Mark, do you have any parting thoughts?
I do not, thank you.
All right, and Jim, how about you?
Just a big thank you to the community for having this. A big thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting this tournament. And I stream sometimes. Check me out.
Yeah, follow our runners. The runners, I think that's a yeah. All right. There's their Twitch links in chat. Again, well raced, the both of you. It was a heck of a seed. Really came down to just one check. But thank you everybody in chat. Thank you, Patty, for putting the commentary links in there. But thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you, Timespinner community. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for allowing us this space and running this whole shebang. Bonsai, thank you for the setup work. And I invite you to keep checking out more and more of this tournament. It's only going to get more exciting as the stakes go up. We have a slight break. Thursday at 2 p.m. we've got a matchup, Nessman versus Vol Kitsune. And then on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have myself versus Crimdall. Those are scheduled, and more are going to be popping on the schedule as time goes forward. But until the next time I see you all, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for checking out Timespinner Randomizer. Have a wonderful night.